A busy Saturday in Week 10 has two big non-conference games to get things started before three key conference matchups to close the day. We begin Saturday with the 90th meeting between Navy and Notre Dame in a series that has been played each year since 1927. The Midshipmen look to bounce back after their first American Athletic Conference loss of the season, a 52-45 decision at USF when Navy nearly erased a 35-7 deficit in the second half. Quarterback Will Worth has led the way for Navy thanks to a league-leading 13 rushing touchdowns and will face a Notre Dame defense that is eager to help the Irish get closer to bowl eligibility. Kickoff is set for 11:30 a.m. Eastern on CBS. Cincinnati plays its final non-conference game of the season as the Bearcats welcome BYU to Nippert Stadium for a noon kickoff on CBS Sports Network. Cincinnati looks to continue its amazing streak of 30 straight non-conference wins at Nippert, a streak that dates back to 2003. Quarterback Gunnar Kiel has thrown for 6 touchdowns in 2 games since taking over as the starter and faces a BYU team whose 4 losses have been by a total of 8 points. We get back into conference play at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central when SMU hosts Memphis. The Mustangs have won back-to-back conference games for the first time since 2013 after victories against Houston and Tulane have found a potent wide receiver combination with sophomore Cortland Sutton and freshman James Prochet, who both rank among the conference leaders in receptions and receiving yards. Memphis will try to snap a 2-game slide behind quarterback Riley Ferguson, who is tied for the league lead with 17 touchdown passes. Tulane will head to UCF at 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN3 in a game that was originally scheduled for mid-October but was moved in advance of Hurricane Matthew. The Knights are eager to get back on the field after they let a 24-3 lead against Houston slip away last week and will continue to lean on linebacker Shaquem Griffin. Griffin leads the American with 8.5 sacks and has 12 tackles for loss this season and is coming off a monster game against Houston when he had an interception and a fumble recovery. Tulane will try to end a 3-game losing streak as the Green Wave goes for its first conference win. Finally, Tulsa will have a chance to play in a battle for first place in the West Division next week if the Golden Hurricane can get past East Carolina on Saturday. Tulsa has won 5 of its last 6 games and would pull even with first-place Navy with a win against the Pirates, setting up a huge matchup against the Midshipmen in Annapolis in Week 11. Tulsa running back D'Angelo Brewer and James Flanders rank first and second in the American in rushing, giving the Golden Hurricane one of the best 1-2 punches in the nation. But Tulsa will face an East Carolina team that is coming off a 41-3 win against UConn and has the national leader in receptions on its side. ECU senior Zay Jones has 114 catches this season. If you're headed to Tulsa for Saturday's game, be sure to stop by the Chapman Commons between 4 and 7 p.m. Central Time to visit the American Tailgate Tour presented by Sport Graphics, where you can get your picture taken with the American Championship Trophy and register to win some great prizes. And following the game, check right here on the American Digital Network for highlights and updates on your favorite teams. Have a great weekend.